So, members, we are back with our chemistry, and now we are still continuing with what we call ionic equilibrium. And today my idea is going to be on what we call common ion effect. This one we are going to sit under the factors which are affecting what we call the solubility of aspiring the soluble salts. We have other factors, but my idea today will be on what we call common ion effect. And now we want to do some calculations concerning that. So by definition of common ion, we are just seeing you are precipitating aspiring the soluble salt by adding a more soluble salt, having a similar ion like that one of aspiring the soluble salt. So when you look at that definition specifically, our major idea will be at precipitation, and then you're precipitating the aspiring the soluble salt from a saturated solution by adding a soluble what? A soluble salt, but with similar ion, like aspiring the soluble salt. So, for example, we are having lead sulfate here, you can see, is aspiring the soluble salt and is ionizing to give the lead 2 ions, as you are seeing, and sulfate ions. So, if it happens so that you add there what we are calling lead 2 nitrate, remember this one is a soluble salt, all nitrates are soluble. So we are seeing that the lead nitrate is producing lead 2 ions, then nitrate ions. So when we examine properly our two equations, we are going to discover that this one, the lead 2 ions are common to these lead 2 what? Ions. So what are we going to see now? The excess lead 2 ions now, they are because we have now lead 2 ions from aspiring the soluble salt and the soluble salt. So these ones, which are now excess, to balance now the equilibrium constant, as you know properly from Asteria's principle, you discover that now the sulfate ions which are there in the solution will combine with the excess lead 2 ions. So we shall see that now our lead 2 ions, which are excess in the solution, are combining with the sulfate ions in the solution to form what we call lead 2 sulfate. Remember, this lead 2 sulfate is insoluble, and then we have our ions there which were soluble. This implies what? The more you are forming the lead 2 sulfate, the more you are precipitating the lead 2 sulfate. This means you are lowering the solubility of the aspiring the soluble salt. How are you lowering? Because of the common ion which we add there. Now, from there, we want to see how you can apply this idea to a given calculation. So follow me up in our calculation here to grasp the idea. When they are setting, you always ask you the question, then they always accompany it with the calculation. So they are saying in our example 1, the Kp of calcium iodate at this temperature is that. Then they are telling us to calculate the solubility of the salt in pure water. Then afterwards, in 0.1 molar solution of sodium iodate. And then we comment on the answers we have got. So to find the solution for this one, we are going to begin by writing the equations. So we are going to write the equations. So we are going to begin by writing the equation of calcium iodate. So Roman 1, we have our calcium iodate. This is our calcium iodate. Remember, we have said calcium iodate is aspiring the soluble. So we shall put our arrows like that. Then we have our calcium ions there, like that. Then we have our iodate ions, like that. The iodate ions, they are 2 here, so we balance by putting the 2. So after doing that, again we are going to write the expression for Kp. So we are going to come and say our Kp is exactly equal the concentration of calcium ions, like that, as we said previously, then times the concentration of the iodate what? Iodate ions. These are iodate ions, but we said you raise them to appropriate power. Which power is this one here? So we raise them to power what? Power 2. Now after doing that, we are going to relate now. So we are going to say, let the solubility the solubility of the iodate, of the calcium iodate in water B, for example X. When it is X, it implies that now we are going to find, here we shall be having X, and here we shall be having X, and here we shall be having 2X. Now, from there now we can find the concentration of calcium ions. Calcium ion concentration is going to be equivalent to X. From our mole ratio here, 1 mole produces 1, as we have said. Then we shall find even the concentration of iodate ions. Iodate ion concentration, like that. Now this one we are saying is going to become 2X from our mole ratio. 1 mole of calcium iodate produces 2 moles of iodate ions. So here we shall have 2X. Now after doing that, we are going to substitute into our expression for case P, which we said. We said our case P is equivalent, the concentration of the calcium ions. Now the concentration of calcium ions are this one now, which you have got. Then times the concentration of the iodate ions. Our iodate ions now, it is 2X, like that. But remember, we have to raise to our property power of the 2 here. Property power of the 2. So we raise here our 2. And from there now, we are going to substitute now. Remember, we have the case P given in the question. So we have our 1.95 times 10 power negative 4 is equivalent now to the X times the other 2X. So we have now our X times, now we have our X, then times our 4, that is 2 times 2, that is our 4X what? X squared. Now this implies that we have 1.95 times 10 power negative 4 is equivalent to 4X power 3. But remember, now we want X alone, as we said there. So we are going to simplify the work by dividing by 4 and dividing by 4. And now we are going to cancel for that and that. So we have our X cubed is equivalent to 1.95 times 10 power negative 4. Now X alone is going to, now we are going to get the cube root. So we shall say this one divided by 4. Then we are going to get the cube root now of all of this one. So we shall have the cube root 1.95 times 10 power negative 4 out of 4. And my answer finally is going to become 0.036 moles per decimeter cubed. Now members, we have already got our solubility. This is now solubility of our calcium iodate in what? In water. Now the second question is saying solubility in what? Solubility in sodium iodate. So what we are going to do to approach this question, let us try to go to this point and we get some good space here. What we are going to do, we are going to first write the equations of reaction. We shall repeat the other one of calcium iodate. Don't become tired of repeating the equation if you are looking for marks. So we have our calcium ions there, then plus our iodate ions. But the iodate ions we are seeing there are 2. This one we can put solid. Then there is a second one of the sodium iodate. So we write even that one of sodium iodate, like that. This one is fully soluble. So we use a full arrow. These ones are reversible arrows because there is an equilibrium here. So we have sodium ions there. Then plus iodate what? Iodate ions. Remember now we have 2 salts. The sparing the soluble salt, this is sparing the soluble, and this is soluble salt. Soluble salt. Now, what are we seeing when it comes to the ions? When it comes to ions, we have now two types of ions. We have the iodate ions, which came from the spiraling the soluble salt, and then we have the iodate ions from the sodium iodate. Now, this one we are saying it is the ion in common from both salts. But remember, they are saying this one. So, this one now, writing our equation like that, then we have there our aqueous. Then what I was emphasizing that we have now iodate in common. That one now, that is where we are going to see now the issue of common ion. This is common ion. And they are saying the concentration of this one, all of it was 0.1. Don't forget it. So when you go to the mole ratio, if you have 0.1 here, 1 mole produces 1 mole. 1 mole produces 1 mole, meaning even here we have 0.1. Then when you come here, still 1 mole. Now we come there after knowing that we are going to let the solubility of calcium iodate in sodium iodate be, for example, Y. If it is Y, it implies that here you have Y, and even here you have Y, but here we shall get how many Y's? 2 Y's. Now here we are going now to find the concentration of the calcium ions. Calcium ion concentration is going to be equivalent now to the concentration of the calcium ions, which is now the what? The Y. Then we have concentration of the iodate ions now. Iodate ion concentration. Iodate ion concentration. Now the iodate ion concentration one, we have the first 2 Y's here of the spiraling the soluble salt. But again, we have the iodate ions which are new because of the sodium iodate. So plus the 0.1. These ones, the new ones, these are all the ones now. Then from there, we write our Kcp expression. Kcp expression, we said, is equivalent concentration of the calcium ions raised to 1 times concentration of iodate ions. Here, the iodate ions, you are raising them to what? To 2. Now, what are we going to see? We are going to substitute now. When we are substituting, we are supposed now to put the Y for calcium and the 2Y plus the 0.1 here. However, we have an assumption here which we base on. We have an assumption which is always asked you to even try it. The assumption is going to be that the amount of the iodate ions from the spiraling the soluble salt, that is the 2Y here. But I am representing them with Y here, is lesser or lower than the 0.1. So if you have the Y, that is now the one from the spiraling the soluble salt, being lesser than the 0.1 from the soluble salt. This implies that if you have, for example, the 2Y plus the 0.1, this one is going to become approximately equal to 0.1. So we are trying to eliminate this one, that the ions which are coming from spiraling the soluble salt are fewer to the extent that they are lower than the ions coming from the soluble salt. So we bring that assumption there, and now this implies that we have eliminated this one away. We are going to put that one aside, and we deal with this to represent the concentration of the iodate ions. So when we substitute, now expression we shall get Kcp is now equivalent the concentration of the calcium ions, which is Y, times the concentration of the iodate ions. This time it is 0.1. However, this one, remember, we raised it to appropriate power of 2. So we raise it here. See it. Now from there, we are going to bring our Kcp, because in the question we had our Kcp already. Don't forget it. Our Kcp. So we have our 1.95 times 10 power negative 4. Then is equivalent now to our Y times now our, now we are having 0.1 power what? Power 2. That one now we are going to get, we have our 0.1 powered by 2. This is now we are squaring it, so times now our 0.01 when you square it. Now, after doing that, what are we going to do? Now we are going to solve for the y. When you are solving for the y, to save time, this one is the same as now getting our 1.95 times 10 to the power negative 4 is equivalent to 0.01 y. Now, mathematics here, bring mathematics for primary. We are going to divide by 0.01, like that. Then from there, we obtain our final answer as 0.0195 moles now per decimeter what? Cubed. Now when you look at the answer we have got here, members, try to look at that answer. And the answer we got previously here, our answer here, pure water, it was 0.036. You can see. So when they say comment, the question is saying comment on our answer. Our comment is going to be, now when you look at our comment, the comment, always when they ask you to comment, you are trying to look at the two answers and you are comparing them. So our idea here, we are going to say that the solubility now of calcium iodate in the sodium iodate is lower. Why is it lower? The reason is going to be because of the excess what? Excess iodate what? Excess iodate ions now. Which do what? Which precipitate the calcium what? The calcium iodate. So this implies that one, the pure water, is bigger than that one, inspiring the soluble. More. The second question they are saying, the case P of calcium phosphate is that. Then they are telling us to determine the solubility of calcium phosphate in pure water and then in 0.2 molar calcium nitrate. We are still on the same idea of common ion. Now we are going to begin by still writing our equation of the reaction. So we are going to write the equations here. The first equation, solution for Roman 1. So we are going to write calcium phosphate. So here we have our 2 and our 3 there. We said you can add there HU or you can write reversible arrows. You obtain calcium ions plus what? Plus the phosphate ions. Don't forget that. But now to balance our equation here we have 3 and there we have 2. You can see that. Similarly, we are going to write now case P expression. So we shall write our case P expression. Our case P expression now is going to become case P is simply equivalent the concentration of calcium ions, but this time they are powered by 3. We are putting a 3 as our power. Then times concentration of phosphate what? Phosphate ions. And then we are going to also raise to a probability power of 2 there. After doing that, obviously you have to find the concentration of calcium ions, calcium ion concentration. Now, when you are finding the concentration of calcium ions, now it implies that we have to rate. Because the question is telling us to find the solubility. So we have to rate the solubility. Let me say, rate the solubility of calcium phosphate. B we can say, we can use like X. You can use any letter you want. So now here we are going now to say that calcium ion concentration here is going to become now, here there is 1 mole producing now 3 moles. You can look at that. 1 mole produces 3 and produces 2. Now if 1 mole produces 3, it means now here you have X and here you have 3X and here you have 2X. Don't forget that. Therefore here we are going to obtain now our 3X. Then for phosphate ion concentration, we are going to obtain here our 2X. Now from there we are going to substitute. We are going to substitute and our case P is going to be equivalent to the 3X but powered by what? but powered by a 3. Don't forget that. We raise to appropriate power here. Then we have 2x powered by what? Powered by 2. Then from there, what next? The case P already is given in the question, so we are going to substitute. So you have 2.0 times 10 power negative 4 is equivalent now to our 9x cube. Now we are cubing here, then times our 4 x what? X squared. Now you can see that here we have our 2.0 times 10 power negative 4 is equivalent. Now we are going to multiply 9 times 4. Then we have 36. Then x power what? Power 5. But remember we are looking for only x. That will be solubility in a pure what? Pure water. Therefore, we are going to divide by our 36. That primary mathematics there. Then we cancel off those ones. After doing that, members, what we have in here now, we have our x power 5 is equivalent to the 2.0 times 10 power negative 4. Then divided by what? Divided by 36. Now what we are going to do here to solve for x, we are going to find the penta root now of fifth root. So we have 5 there, we have 2, 0 times 10 to power negative 4 out of 36. And our answer, also get the calculator, our answer is 8.89 times 10 to power negative 2 moles per decimeter what? Per decimeter cube. That is the solubility now in pure water. Then normally too they are saying solubility in calcium what? Nitrate. Solubility in calcium nitrate. So here we are going to apply common ion now, common ion effect idea. Now as you are applying it, you are going to write the equations as we said. So you have calcium phosphate like that, and it's breaking down to form the calcium ions plus the phosphate ions. But our phosphate ions have been 2 and our calcium ions are 3. Then we bring the other salt which is soluble, that is calcium nitrate. Don't forget that. Okay. So, and our equation, we put our set symbols properly like that. Then even this one, we do the same. Then from there, this one is fully soluble, so we are getting our calcium ions plus our nitrate what? Nitrate ions. The nitrate ions here, they are going to become what? Become 2. Those ones are aqueous. Don't forget the set symbols there. Now after doing that, you are going to discover that there is a common, ion. Common ion is which one? The common ion is now calcium. The first example was iodine, this time it is calcium. So, calcium ions are going to become excess. Now to bring back now the equilibrium, based on Lactelia's principle, the excess calcium ions are going to combine with the existing phosphate what? Ions. So we shall find here excess calcium ions. This is excess now. Calcium ions combining with the phosphate ions, the already existing, then to form now again calcium what? Form calcium phosphate. Calcium phosphate. Now this one will precipitate out the salt here. Now the idea is going to be, what is the molality of the soluble salt? Our soluble salt, the molality is 0. What? 0.2. So as we did in the first example, what we are going to do here, we are just going to write case P expression. We shall say case P is equivalent calcium ion concentration raised now, this one is raised to 3 times phosphate ion concentration using the concentration brackets. This is raised to what? Raised to 2, and this one is negative 3. Like that, don't forget it. Now we find the concentration of calcium ions. Now this calcium ion concentration is going to become now, it's going to become the original one, which we have not related. Let us first select here that let the solubility be, for example, P. That is in the calcium nitrate now. Calcium nitrate, like that. Now here it means we have our P. The original P from mole ratio now, 1 mole here, you are producing, 1 mole produces 3. This implies that if 1 mole is producing 3, here you have 3 what? You have 3p. So meaning here we have our 3 what? Our 3p. At the same time, we are going to find the concentration of the phosphate what? Phosphate ions. This one is going to become now our 2p. Our 2p. Now from there, remember we are saying that the soluble salt is adding some calcium ions. Don't forget. Which calcium ions from the soluble salt are becoming 0.2. So now what are we going to do here now? We are going to bring the other assumption still before we substitute here. We said the assumption is saying if you look at the moles from the sparing the soluble salt are lesser than those ones of the soluble salt of the common ion now. So if this one is like that, it implies that if you have 3p plus 0.2, that one is approximately equal to the 0.2. Now where there is calcium ion now, we are going to put 0.2. Instead of 3p plus 0.2, we have ignored this one. So we substitute again. When we substitute, we are going to bring our case p, that is 2.0 times 10 to the power negative 4, is now equivalent to the concentration of the calcium ion, which is 0.2. But again, don't forget to power. You don't forget to power because we said you are raising it to appropriate power of 3. So you power 3. Then times what? Times the concentration of the phosphate ions. As you can see, after raising the powers properly, we are saying now we are going to say here, we have our 0.0. When now you cube this one, we are having 0.08. You get a calculator also and you press and you see, when you press your calculator properly, you are going to arrive there. Then times, now we are having 4p squared. Then this one we add 2.0 times 10 to the power negative 4. Then what are we going to do here to simplify the work? Let us first multiply that one, 0.008 times 4. And this one is giving us 0.032. Then p squared. Then here we have 2.0 times 10 to the power negative 4. So we are going to just see divide by 0. We are going to just divide by 0.032 over 0.032 so that we remove these ones numerically. Then we have our p squared is equivalent to 2.0 times 10 or negative 4 out of 0.032. And then now to get p alone, we are going to get the square root now. Here we have now the square root of 2.0 times 10 to the power negative 4 out of 0.032. And now our answer here, which we are getting, our answer is going to become 7. That is 7.9. That is the calculator saying 7.906 times 10 to the power negative what? Negative 2. That is our answer as our solubility. You can even look here that the solubility in calcium nitrate is becoming smaller than the solubility which we got previously, which was in pure what? In pure water. So your task is going to be here, which you are going to try. Silver chromate is 1. This is 1 times 10 power negative 3 moles per decimeter cubed. Then determine the solubility in the pure water of the silver chromate. Then in 0.01 molar silver nitrate. Then afterward